Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the best attackers to use in FIFA 23. If you enjoyed today's video, a thumbs up is really appreciated, and let me know in the comments who you guys feel like is your favorite attacker this year. Guys, I play on next gen or new gen or current gen, so you have two versions still of FIFA, which I think is the dumbest thing in the history. I think it's so stupid. But yes, guys, you have two versions, and obviously we have this system this year, which is called Accelerate, and there's a certain type of Accelerate called Lengthy that makes players on new gen just run crazy at times in a quick dash or sprint. So I will try my best to specify if there's certain players that I feel like would be better on that, and I think you guys will be able to know. For example, as we get into the video, right away I will tell you there's like two players that I would mention off the top of my head that I know for a fact, Haaland and then Sorloth, right? So these two players, guys, I don't think they would be any good on old gen. I could be wrong, but I think they would be no bueno on old gen. So I wouldn't recommend using them on old gen, but I can tell you for an absolute fact that they are out of this world on new gen, right? Think about it. 62 agility and 63 balance. How the hell do you even use that player on FIFA normally? I don't know. 96 strength. And the way that the lengthy body style works, or I guess accelerate style, is that you have to have, I think it's a difference of 14 or 15, where strength has to be higher than agility. So my face cam is covering, but Sorloth has 96 strength and 62 agility, combined with a 95 sprint speed and the 92 shot power and the outside foot shot straight. It makes him an absolutely crazy player, and he's 12,000 coins. So crazy. And then Haaland as well, very good. Same situation here, where you can make him lengthy with a certain chem style, and he's obviously got the insane base finishing, the insane customized running style in game, which makes him out of this world as a striker. He is so good in that position. So two strikers right off the bat that are just out of this world. We'll have strikers, guys, and players on every single budget, and I'll definitely forget some players. That's for sure. That's a guarantee. You can't remember everybody. So Mbappe for me is the greatest attacker in the game. Obviously you've got your players like Pele and Cruyff. I'm not going to really try to like invest all my energy in bringing out the players that I know for sure are crazy. Obviously those guys are insane. They just don't really qualify because, well, a lot of you guys watching the video at this point of the year, you're not using players like that, and neither am I. But, you know, I know Mbappe is expensive, but he is still a gold, and that's why I want to mention him for a gold card. So jammy, so glitchy in game, so hard to defend, and literally so fast in behind. He is a nightmare to play against. Mbappe is one of my most feared cards. And just while we're on the high budget, even though I know I said we weren't going to do this, I wanted to mention Ginola, because Ginola was good last year, but oh my God, is he good this year. 5-star, 5-star. He's almost 2 million coins on the market. He is undefendable at times, man. This card does my head in, bro. He drives me crazy. I can't even tackle the ball from him. He is so jammy in game. 5-star, 5-star, as I mentioned before, and 6'1". Just an annoying card to play. So obviously very expensive players, but also very, very effective players. Now, somebody that I've been using a ton in my team recently is Correa. Now, this is a cheaper option for many of you. Correa, guys, has one of the craziest cards you can have on FIFA Ultimate Team for 50K. Now, my return with him is not the greatest. I love him in game, though. I mean, you have to start utilizing specifically with this card, where this card is not a lengthy card like a Haaland or a Sorloth. But the R1 dribbling you can do with this card, and the left stick dribbling, the pure left stick dribbling in the box, is out of this world. So Correa is a high recommendation from me. I'm in Elite Division at the moment, and I use him, and I also use Sorloth. So these are players that are really certified and went through the test of Division 1 and are very good in game. Obviously, 92 agility, 89 ball control, 88 finishing, 88 attack positioning, high 80s in almost every stat, outside foot for those finishes, and then also one of my favorite things with many attackers this year is the ones that can play like 4 positions. I mean, the players that can do this, they are really, really special this year because of the way that it's really working in this game with you know, the whole setup with formations and you know, all that stuff. So one other player that I want to point out that's like on the cheapest possible budget, I don't think he's going to surprise any of you guys, is Adama Traore. And one of the reasons he's so good specifically on new gen is you can make him lengthy with an architect. You have to boost his strength to 99 with a chem style. but he is one of the craziest wide players. And the reason why he's so OP as a lengthy player is he's going to get that extra boost of pace, but he also has base 96 pace, and he's very strong at 89 strength. So for like 1,000 coins, he is one of the craziest cards you can get in this game. While we're still, on the topic of golds, I really think Benzema is special this year. He got that pace boost in FIFA finally, where he wasn't like low 70s where he was forever. They finally boosted his pace quite a bit. He's up to 92 finishing and 92 attack positioning. He's got 92 reactions and 91 ball control, and he's got all the traits. The really important trait to have this year when you guys are looking at traits of players is the outside foot shot trait. That is extremely important to have on FIFA players this year. The Trivela meta, while you hold L2 when you shoot, is very good. So if you have a player that does possess outside foot shot trait, it's going to make them very good. And Benzema is one of the best finishers that this FIFA has. Son is my next up player. And look, I'm going to limit myself in this team to the 23 slots total. I don't want to go overboard with the time. I know some of these best player videos, we spend 40 minutes here at the desk and you guys fall asleep, so I don't want to do that. But Son, I don't even know why I'm concepting. I've played over 100 games with Son. I got him out of a gold upgrade last week. I had so much like relief getting that card because I really wanted to get gold Son for a while. I was loving him and I wanted to get him untradeable. I got very lucky. I got him. 50 goals for me in 50 games. He comes off the bench half the games too. 4 or 5, but what makes Son so unique is when you hold L2 in game while you're shielding, he's so strong. He's got 91 finishing on both feet, and he's got all the meta traits, and he also has good dribbling. So I'm a huge fan of Son in this game. I think he's really, really good, and I would totally recommend him to every single one of you. Now, this is not a player, and he's also only like 70k, which to me is crazy, because of all the FIFAs that Son's been like 300k, I think this FIFA, he's literally the best he's been since like 18. Mane is quite an interesting one because not a ton of people use him, but every single time I've played against Mane, he has the jammiest animations in game. He's so hard to take the ball from in the box. And also he's got that extra center forward position change, which is really nice. So that's a really nice, feature for his card. Okay, next up, Kingsley Coman. This guy, if he's not a starter for you, he's one of the best super subs in this game. I've probably had 100 games where I've subbed in Coman. I actually had his card tradable. He's got 5-star skills with good dribbling, and his shooting is a little bit weak, but it can do the job. He gets into positions at the right time. And yeah, he's just overall a great card. He's only 14,000 coins, which is just such a good price for that card. And he really does the job. It really does. Now, something really interesting is Nkunku, right? And the reason why I want to talk about him is that I actually don't love him as a center mid, but as like a striker or a center forward, he's nuts. I've been having a lot of trouble against this card. Only a 3-star weak foot, but what really helps against that is the fact that he's got the outside foot, which is great to have on a player with only a 3-star weak foot. So that's very unique that Nkunku does have that. He's also got incredible dribbling, 88 base dribbling, 88 agility, 90 balance. The R1 dribbling with this card, which is a really good way to learn how to really lefty dribble in this game, is insane. So the way he can R1 dribble in this game is really, really, really special. So Nkunku for me, totally a player that I would like 100% recommend to everybody watching this video. Now, someone in my experience that I did not love, but I would recommend is Jota. I think Jota for like starter teams and budget teams is really good. 4-star skills and 5-star weak foot, like 5-star weak foot in the Prem, good work rates, and the ability to play 3 positions, also with good enough dribbling, and then very solid finishing. 86 finishing, 85 shot power with the 5-star weak foot is very nice. So for 15k, I think you've got some really nice value with Jota. Depay, who's actually just gone up because technically he's fodder. Depay with an architect becomes lengthy, I believe, and he is crazy. I've had some real trouble playing against Depay. Always been the cheaper teams really mainly, but 5-star skills for Depay. Also outside foot, also has flair, which is always really nice to have. And for me, Depay is really, really solid. Someone else we got to point out, obviously, Neymar. We don't want to like not include Neymar, and obviously we also don't want to not include Ronaldo. Obviously Neymar just got a cheeky inform today, which is just a crazy card, but he's 2 mil. You could also go with rule breakers Ronaldo. We'll put the best versions of their cards in the team, even though those are like not the ones you need. It's not that point of the year where you need to upgrade your team and get these crazy cards. You can survive with goals in this game and always the start of FIFAs for a few months. But yeah, Neymar's inform, 5-star, 5-star, 94 agility. You know, can you go wrong? 95 ball control, 96 dribbling, 94 composure, 89 acceleration. So outside foot, all the traits you need. And the thing that's really important to know with like Neymar special cards is as his, you know, special card tally increases because he's playing so well in real life, his shooting on these cards is going to be a lot better, which is really important because his shooting is something that really lacks in FIFA. Ronaldo's rule breakers, I actually tried him. I liked him. I didn't think he was worth the price, but for the lengthy meta, he's going to be a lot better on new gen than old gen. On old gen, I think you're going to have some problems with him because he's really slow. I think old gen is kind of still similar to FIFA 22. You're looking for the players like Usman, Vinny Jr., the fast players with skills, but obviously on new gen and old gen, Neymar is great. Ronaldo probably more of a new gen player, or current gen rather, I would say. So Dembele, great for both gens. 5-star, 5-star for him. You know, what's not to like about this card? Well, maybe the strength, maybe the finishing, but 5-5 can't really go wrong, right? And very fast, good enough passing, really good dribbling, a little low in the reactions, but Dembele is always very good at the start of FIFA. Vinny's a bit of an interesting one. I've actually packed Vinny untradeable. I was expecting him to be a lot better this year. I do like him. I'm not in love. I was expecting him to feel a lot faster than he does feel. He doesn't feel like very rapid, but I am assuming on old gen, Vinny Jr. is probably out of this world good. On old gen, he's got to be insane on old gen. So watch out for Vinny Jr. there. And obviously, he's not the craziest expensive. You know, he's not like out of his world. He's only like, I think, 170K. So next up, we've got Ben Yedder. Very, very good again in this FIFA. The inform is the one you want. The gold is definitely lacking something. And then the inform has +2s, which is really nice. You're going to get the +2 in agility. You're going to get the +2 in pace. Ben Yedder is good every FIFA. When is there not a FIFA that we're not sitting here saying Ben Yedder is sick, right? And it's another FIFA where Ben Yedder is just fantastic. 5-star weak foot with 89 finishing, 91 attack positioning, all the meta traits, and the crazy dribbling. So Ben Yedder is great again this year. Would totally recommend him to everybody watching this video. Rafael Leao is also very, very good. Just wanted to mention him because, you know, I think Serie A is also very good this year. Leao is great. Inform is obviously the one you want to go for because you're going to start to really get those dribbling boosts. 4-star, 4-star for Leao. Also playing insane in real life, but Leao is a very good card in this FIFA. So no sleeping on Leao because he is very, very solid. And, you know, for me, the best way to use Leao is not at striker. I think the best way to use Leao is actually out wide. Leao is just kind of way stronger than any of the fullbacks you're going to face. And he's also very fast, which just makes him extremely unique, right? When he's on the wing, I just think there's so much to like about the way Leao plays in game. He's a problem, and he's genuinely a problem. Someone on a little bit of like a cheaper option that I really like and I wanted to mention is Luis Muriel. I got him in my Reds this weekend. He's got a Team of the Week card that is just so good. I've been subbing him in for Sorloth, and he's really solid. Now, he's not scored, but he's very, very strong. And that's what I'm really noticing for as a player on current gen slash new gen. Any player that has a really strong L2 or a favorable body type, I almost think lean body type is like not meta this year. I almost feel like average or is it stocky? I almost feel like a player like Puskas in this game, you know, would be really, really, really good. That's just how I feel this year. It's kind of the way it's been going. Rafinha, you don't even need to get the UCL Live. If you can, obviously get it. But Rafinha's gold card, so good. Specifically, probably as a wide player. You could use him as a striker if you wanted to. 4-4 is good enough for sure. But as a wide player, high is fantastic. And then he's obviously got this crazy road to the final card, a road to the knockout that they gave +3s on every single stat. So if you can upgrade to that, that's the one that you really want to go for. But obviously, I know it's not the cheapest version to go ahead, you know, and really pick up. You've got a couple other players in this game, you know, that I think are solid, like Salah. I think also Diaz in the Prem are very, very solid. You know, a player that's been giving me a lot of problems in the hero side of things has been Rudy Voller. Now, he's like 600K, and I don't love going, you know, that budget of player because I know it's like a little bit not realistic. I've not had like too much experience. I've not actually used him yet. And I don't want to really talk about icons in this video. I feel like heroes are a little bit more, you know, players we could kind of talk about. But let's just pull up the heroes tab because I've been playing a lot of foot drafts. So I have used a fair amount of these cards, and I've also played, you know, a decent chunk of rivals, so I've played a lot. So players that really stand out to me, Papin I didn't love, but he was very hard to play against as an attacker. Abedi Pele was okay. Voller was crazy. Di Natale is literally crazy. Every single FIFA, Di Natale is insane. So this guy, amazing left stick dribbling, amazing traits. A lot to like with Di Natale, cracked finishing. Forlan is crazy. JJ Okocha, right? For years, no one's using him as an icon. Now that he's got the Premier League links for the heroes and how OP heroes are, 5-star skills, and you've got almost a prime JJ in October. It's just OP. He's so good. He's like 600k on the market. He is fantastic. A lot of good things I've heard about Brawlin. Cool, I didn't love. Joe Cole, you can't go wrong. Donovan for the price, guys, at 80k is fantastic. 4-4, really good card in this game. I don't really know why, because this card looks good, but not super above average, and he plays way better than any of the stats suggest on his card. So Donovan is worth, you know, a cheap pickup if you want to try him out. Govu and Smolarek, very good. Smolarek specifically is nuts. He's only 3-3, but he is just wild in game. It's got to be something with the 97 balance. He feels very special. I had him in a draft, and then I also played against him in a draft, and, you know, both ways he was really good. And then one other player that I would mention from the hero side of things that I think is just really slept on is Al Oweiran. I had tried him. He's nuts. Really fast, long legs, super jammy. Really, really enjoyed, you know, using this card. And then obviously didn't enjoy playing against him. So he was very good as well. And so, yeah, a lot of good heroes in this game. A lot of good heroes. We'll end it with a couple of other players. Someone that I thought was in a phenomenal cam was Phil Foden. Obviously not lengthy. You probably have to go with his UCL card because it's just that much better than his gold. But yeah, Foden has the ability to play a lot of positions. I would play him as a cam because he's not super fast, but he's got 89 acceleration, which is going to give him that really good, like, short burst of pace, which I really do enjoy. So I put Foden in the team. And then, you know, really for that lengthy meta, guys, Dzeko is just like nuts. I played one time against Dzeko for the lengthy meta for absolute, like, heading accuracy, for just pure strength and finishing. Dzeko is really, really special. He's also got a 5-star weak foot. Of course he does. You know, so Dzeko is also, just for the new gen only, just extremely effective to use. And I know I said I wasn't going to go overboard, but I've got 2 more players to really point out to you guys that I think are very good. It's Raheem Sterling. His Ones to Watch just got an upgrade, so GG's if you did that. His gold is also still a very good player to use out wide. Don't get it twisted. Very fast, great left stick dribbling. A little bit lacking with the passing, so if you get in that opportunity where you're doing long passes, he's not as good, but he's still overall very good. And then we would never forget Lionel Messi. A little bit slow this year, not my favorite. Definitely gonna be better with other special cards. But yeah, guys, these are mainly like my favorite attackers that I can think of that are not like icons and are just kind of mainly gold. You've got a lot of options here, and I've definitely missed a couple, like, don't get me wrong, for sure. For the really, really, like, cheap option, my favorite that I would have to recommend to you guys is between, like, Sorloth, Muriel, and Correa. Those 3 are just insane. And then, obviously, if you've got, like, 10 million coins, just go get Ginola and Mbappe. I mean, don't worry. Neymar behind them, and you're going to win every game. So, yeah, let me know who you guys like the most as an attacker, maybe the guy who's seen the most games in your club. And thanks for watching the video, guys. Appreciate it. See you guys later. Peace.